The Safe Work Method Statement (SWMS) form is an essential tool for recording the compliance and understanding by traffic control staff at the beginning of every shift. This must be filled out by the team leader. It contains acknowledgement of the company SWMS as well as SWMS for each of the portable traffic light types, PTL Type 1 and Type 2, when if used on site. The SWMS also contain a JSA for hazard and risk assessments for assessing anything outside of the scope of works or deemed a hazard. Contained within the SWMS is a sign-on for each of the team members that must be completed prior to the start of shift and a separate sign-on for the client supervisor. Select additional SWMS tab. If your TGS requires either PTL Type 1 or PTL Type 2 or both, click the appropriate box. Have you read and understood the required SWMS tab? Click Yes to acknowledge that you understand the SWMS.
JSA tab. The JSA tab is optional. This is to be used for anything that is outside the scope of your TGS. It is also used as a hazard identification and risk assessment where you can enter controls to mitigate the risks.
Hazard Details tab. Enter any hazard details or deviations you have taken to the TGS. Note, if the deviations are likely to be outside of the tolerances allowed under AGTTM or OSTRAD's parameters, you must contact the TMD or traffic management before implementation. Initial Risk tab. This is the risk matrix for the initial risk. Use the graph to assess the risk and apply a number to that risk. Save and close.
Add a control or new hazard tab. This will open after closing the previous tab. You will see your description of the hazard, then an outcome of the risk matrix. Below is the Add a Control tab. Click on the tab and type in what control you have put in place to reduce the hazard. If there are more than one hazards, you can repeat the process.
JSA Review. Once saved, you will go back to the main page. You will note in the JSA section that below the hazard description the risk has been calculated to less than before. This is due to the addition of a control method within the JSA.
Do all TMI TCs have their tickets on their Person tab? Team leader is to cite all TMI and TC tickets and click Yes. The Current Environment is tab. Click on any relevant environmental conditions on the worksite. If the conditions may affect visibility, e.g. fog or rain, a drop-down box will appear in red. It will ask if you have 150 meters or more of visibility. If the answer is yes, then continue. If the answer is no, then you will need to talk to the site supervisor and discuss with them that work cannot go ahead until the visibility is over 150 meters.
Is it safe to go ahead with Planned Works tab? Click Yes if safe to begin work. All active personnel on site are to sign on tab. All active personnel must sign on prior to commencement of shift.
Client Supervisor tab. This must be signed by the client supervisor prior to shift start.